Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, and in today's video, second video today actually, we have the full info on the Summon Rush Champions. There's going to be a progressive chance event, a 15x, happening here, and it is very tempting. It's actually potentially a game changer. I did a video on the fusion plan earlier today, and one of the big questions was you can actually skip one of the summoning events if you want to in this fusion. So Summon Rush a bit tempting to try and skip because over here, if I bring this up, right, we know that it's almost definitely going to be a Void event with a 10x for Fatalis Blademaster next weekend. So almost definitely it's going to be 2x Voids with a 10x for him. That's cool because he's limited edition, right? You can only get him until the 5th of March and then he's unobtainable, probably forever. So that is tempting. What's coming up this weekend then? Well, here we go. So this Friday, the 12th of January, progressive chance event featuring Monster Hunter themed champions with Ancients, Primal Sacreds, and Voids. Let me actually zoom it in more and move it over this way. How do I scroll over? Like this. Okay, and here we go. This event will be up for 72 hours. So you've got like the whole weekend of Summon Rush to do it. I don't want to do touch writing. Go away. One legendary champion slot you get to pick. And boy, oh boy, we have got some good ones in here. We've got the Nergigante Archer, Valkyrie, the Alatreon Blademaster, Shemnath, Ray, Rule the Huntmaster, Fatalis Blademaster. He is actually in this as well. Turvold and Hegemon. And then one slot for Epics, Aishma Farkin, Kaiden, Skullcrown, Skytouch Shaman. So honestly, my advice straight off the bat, Valkyrie, you could maybe put her in there if you really want a Valkyrie. She is very good, but honestly, in my opinion, I would probably just X off the Valkyrie, Shemnath, Ray, Rule, Turvold, and Hegemon. You guys know I love my Turvold. He is great, but these are limited edition champions. You will have plenty of other chances to pull shards for like Valkyrie or Shemnath or Ray. I'd say the only one that might tempt me would be maybe Valkyrie. We'll put like a little question mark there. You could maybe go for her. But I really think it's these ones here. And Fatalis Blademaster, so for me, ranking them 3, 2, and 1, I'd probably put Alatreon 3, even almost to the point where I would not pick him, right? The reason being, we know that we're going to have a Heroes Path event on the 22nd of January. We talked about that in the Fusion Plan video earlier today as well, doing some guesswork as to what kind of events that might be. Now, I'd say sort of worst case scenario, I'd probably be preparing for something like a 30 Sacred guarantee. I don't think it's gonna be that bad, but we have seen that before. We saw that with like Roxam of all champions, absolutely terrible champion. Well, not terrible, but absolutely mid-tier champion that no one is going out of their way to get. He had a Hero's Path for 30 Sacred, so it could be that difficult. But you can get him. Basically, he's a guaranteed. Probably. Certainly, he's going to be very accessible. The most accessible is the login, and he looks extremely good. The fusion is very accessible. He's the next most accessible. The Archer and the Blademaster are the two that are difficult to get. I have done videos on both of them, and I can tell you right now, number 2 for me is Fatalis, but number 1, with multiple exclamation marks, this is going to be so clear to people watching who are just skimming through. Hang on, let's give, oh my god, I can't even draw. Let's give the one a little hat. There we go. Number 1, yes, the gold place trophy by a miles is the Nergigante Archer. No question whatsoever. Remember, the event to get her is a summon pool event. What are summon pool events? In a summon pool, there's actually one on right now, right? What happens? Number 1, we have no idea how many champions are going to be in there with her. It might be just her, in which case, it's, here's the thing, it's effectively buy crystals until you pulled her. But there's no mercy system. You might get lucky. It might be really unlucky. If there's multiple legendaries in there, like, my god, that is going to be so rough. And there's a decent chance there will be. Like, there's a decent chance it's going to be something like this, where there's a couple of other Monster Hunter ones in there, and then some random ones too. Like, that's not unlike. It's just very much up in the air. And I did a playtest on her, and needless to say, I was blown away. I think this champion is S tier through and through. She is ridiculously good, right? Like, I replace physics with her. She makes physics look like a chump, and physics is a void. The only advantage physics has is being void, really, I would say. Physics got a good A1, I suppose, for some things. But like for Hydra, man, AoE 3-turn Hex, AoE 2-turn Provoke? It's absurdly good. Then an AoE decreased speed as well with turn meter boost, or an AoE stun with turn meter pushback. It's absurd. And she also gives your team absolutely tons of healing when she AoEs. She hits. She's so strong, right? Some initial reviews are in like 5-star ratings, like in so many places. This champion is nuts. So for me, this is definitely the one I am going to be putting in my slot. And yeah, I think because of this does change my opinion on the fusion now. I think I already had sort of decided I'd go for the Summon Rush event tomorrow with the fusion. This locks it in. This locks it in for me. I'm definitely going for her. I mean, honestly, I'll have to think about this. You guys let me know what you think. But, like, this might be your best chance to go for her. Like, seriously, that's tricky. That's tricky. But like it is a 15x, right? So you could just keep pulling and pulling and hope to get her, because it goes up to 20 and 25x. I get that's the temptation, isn't it? Rather than some, like, if you want to just buy the champion, right? Do I buy for summon pool or do I buy for this event? What is better? Like, if you want to whale out and get this champion, which do you do? That becomes a difficult decision. For me, I'm in the difficult spot where, you know, if I'm looking towards pulling some void shards for the next weekend, man, you know, like if I pull all my sacreds now, probably couldn't get the Alatrean Blade Master, and that's a guaranteed thing. There's no gamble there. You're not reliant on X15 or X20 chances, which are still pretty terrible. You know, it's much more guaranteed. Like, I don't know. My thought would be that the progressive chance thing could be a bit of a bait. My thought would be to just do do summon enough for the fusion right now to get the fusion, and if we get lucky and the archer pops out, then I'm super happy. And then wait for the summon pool and maybe go Kraken mode for the summon pool, or maybe don't go for it at all. I don't know. Maybe just go, hey, you know what? It's fine. Just not going to have the archer. She's insanely good, but I'll just not have her, and that's okay. Not sure. Let me know what you would do. What do you think about this? This is certainly, though, a spicy one. For the epics, just to mention them, probably Farrakhan would be my pick. Skullcrown is a really nice arena champ as well. She can be quite... They're honestly all fairly somewhat useful. Kaiden, not great. I know YST used him a bit in the Cursed City, so he's nice for that, but he's not amazing. And Aishma, I'd say, is not amazing either, though she might be decent in the new Cursed City rotation, perhaps. I'd say she's probably not worth really going for as a poisoner, but she's got a bad chance to poison A1, AoE weaken, single target. No, I'd say she's one to skip. So again, for me personally, I'd say, oh no, sorry, not that one. I'd say probably don't bother with Kaiden, probably don't bother with her. I'd say go Farrakhan the Fat. I think Skullcrown and Skytouch are both reasonable from Voids as well. Like, you're going to have some good nukers. You're going to get Rathalos Blade Master, who's going to be a really, really good nuker for you, right? You know, he's really strong, I think. You're going to have this guy as a nuker within a few days. So maybe Skytouch makes more sense, get a support on board. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know. What do you think about this? This is my thoughts. A strong first place for Nerd Gigante Archer. Almost to the point where I would say you're kind of crazy to go for anything else. Yeah, I would say so. I'd say so. And one thing I'd be curious about would be, how does a 2x with a 10x for him, how does that compare to a 15x, to a 20x, to a 25x? That's another interesting question. Yeah, that's another one. But yeah, no, for me, it's Archer all the way. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what you think. There's so many choices happening right now in the game. It's very interesting. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.